Okay, getting started on this one. Already primed the hood. There was just the slightest little blemishes there, and I was able to fix those before putting the primer on. So the hood is just going to need a light sanding at this point. But I ran into an issue back here in the back. There was, I wish that I had filmed this before I fixed it. I had a kind of a valley, sinkhole, sink valley, all the way along the back here. And if I turn it over, I'll show you what it was caused by. There's a kind of a stopper there, because this whole back piece here is one piece, and it pushes in on those two pegs there, and it has to stop there. So there's a ridge all the way along there, and that ridge caused a long sinkhole, but it wasn't very deep. So what I did is I just sprayed a whole bunch of primer on just the back there, just to build it up and fill it up, and I let it dry, and then I sanded it off, and now you won't be able to see it. Got that little low mark right there as well, and then there's like just one other tiny little one right about there. You can barely see it. I think one coat of primer is going to catch that one. But that's normal. Anybody that's brand new, you're going to find stuff like that. If it's a little bit deeper, you got to fill it with putty and then sand it off. But otherwise, just filling it up with primer is going to do it. And I'm about to put the real primer coat on this. I got the body all prepped, ready for primer. Got all the mold lines off right there, and there. Whoop, that one's still kind of there. And then there was more back there, and I got them off and ready to prime it, and then get it ready for paint. So I'll be back in just a second. Okay, so there we go. It's all primed and sealed against the paint that I'm going to use. It's just a bizarre back end, isn't it? Anyway. So yeah, as you can see here, you can probably, if you look really close, you can start to make out the a little bit of a focus issue. You can probably start to make out the bit of the impression of the sink valley that I filled in. But the next step is going to be to wet sand, and that will make all this just completely perfect. And now I wet sand usually with 600 grit, 600 or 800, and it's just a light sanding because there's really no imperfections or anything really to take care of. I'll just do kind of a little heavier on the back, just to make sure that's nice and smooth and round. And then the next thing that I will do after that is I'm going to paint it with black. Now this Rust-Oleum black, you just can't mess with it. It's going to give you a perfect, glossy, nice, smoothly laid out finish every time. I mean, you can mess it up, but you're probably not going to. It's very forgiving. And then I'm not going to make it black. I actually have decided not to go and paint it chrome, because chrome is going to be the dupli-color chrome paint. If I bring out this part, that's dupli-color chrome, and it's shiny, or pretty shiny, but when you put it right up against real chrome, it's just going to look weird. And so I've decided against that idea already, and I was going to go with flat black, and decided against that idea. And then I was rummaging through the paint, and I ran across this one, and I think that's the way I want to go, gunmetal. And so what you'll have here is gunmetal against chrome. I think that's going to look like something. So we'll have the gunmetal body. The whole body's going to paint gunmetal, and with just the chrome shaker and the chrome wheels. And I will try to knock the shininess down a little bit with wash, and make that look good. So anyway, next scene should be this car all in Rust-Oleum gloss black. So let's see. Okay, so here it is with the black sprayed on there. As I said, you can't hardly go wrong with Rust-Oleum black. If you look back here on the back, you'll see the area where I did the extra primer and the sanding. It's kind of gotten rid of that. And I know that I've got orange peel here. Now if I were leaving this car black, after it would cure, I would rub all that out. But kind of in the interest of time and kind of in the interest that may or may not even matter here, I'm going to just spray the gunmetal now. This is 2 coats of black. Look at the back here. This is just weird to me. But yeah, I'm going to spray the gunmetal now. This is 2 coats of black, and I'll put on 1 coat of gunmetal and just to see what it looks like. And here's the hood. And then work from there. Now here is where, over here I've got a test piece. This is the right-hand drive from the 300ZX. And I've painted it the same black, and I'm going to be painting that with gunmetal first, just to see if I get a paint reaction. But on the door here, I spray everything on the door. Right here is where I was spraying black, and I just now sprayed the gunmetal over it, and I had no reaction. But there's an idea of how that's going to look. Should be pretty awesome. And I hope it's glossy. I hope I can rub that out. I'm going to go ahead and put 1 or 2 coats on here and try to get a thick coat, especially if it's glossy. And then after that, rub it out and make it ridiculous. So that's what I'll be doing right now. So I'll be right back. Okay, so this is what we got. What is this? This is basically, the primer with the repair and the gloss black. I think about 2 coats of gloss black as a base for the gunmetal. And then, okay, so that was dupli-color gunmetal, and so I followed the instructions from the way Classic Plastic said to do the dupli-color, and he's right. That definitely worked. And so it's about 4 coats of the gunmetal dupli-color, and then it wasn't really shiny, so I put about 4 coats of the what am I saying, Tester's clear coat. And there's the hood right there. And the idea is for the I'm still sticking to the idea to okay, so yeah, I'm still planning on using the chrome shaker, and I'm trying to do a quick mock-up here to see what that's going to look like roughly, because the idea I had was that the gunmetal was going to look good with that. Let's see. I think I'm right. Yeah, and I know there's orange peel there. This is all going to get rubbed out. Nice. Yeah, that's what I was looking for right there. Yep, we're going to leave the shaker chrome, and we're going to leave the wheels chrome. And I'll put a wash on there just to knock off some of the brightness. But that's what I was looking for. So anyway, that'll do it for this update. It's painted. I know that the clock is ticking, and I'm gonna keep at it. So, thanks for watching. Later.